What are your feelings about the Torah Bible code? Great question. I'm really quite skeptical of the Torah or Bible codes. Now, again, does that mean that they're completely impossible? No, of course not. A lot of things are possible, but I just find them a little bit contrived. And I'll tell you why. Because when they find these so-called words in the scripture, what they're doing is basically a giant word search. All right, so they're taking the Hebrew letters, and for some reason, they're deciding that we should make this rubric of letters, just like when you think about when you look at a word search and you've got to circle the word, right? That's kind of what you have to do. You got to circle the word, but how you arrange those letters on the page is going to really make a big difference. Okay, so think of it. If you take the letters, you evenly space them. Are you going to put 12 across by 12 by 12? Well, why 12 by 12? Why not 10 by 10? 10 letters across and 10 letters deep. Why not 7 by 7? Why not 20 by 20? Why not 100 by 100? Right? I mean, it's absolutely subjective. There's no reason or rhyme as to why I should choose the number of letters across and letters deep, because that is going to determine what kind of words I'm going to find. Certainly, if I make something that's 10 by 10, then I'm going to find a different cluster of words than if I make it 20 by 20 or 50 by 50. All right, so what I'm trying to show here is that simply by the arrangement of the letters is going to predetermine the kind of things that you're going to find. And then you basically have to go and just kind of look at these things and kind of pull things out. Now, it just doesn't feel very scientific or accurate, in my opinion. So now, could God have put some kind of hidden message in there? Sure. All right. I'm not God. I can't say that he couldn't or wouldn't do that, but it just feels very contrived. It feels like, why not just look at the text that we have instead of going to all this work to try to find these things? And then if you find something, how do you really test it? Do you find it ahead of time and then you try to warn people, I found something in the Bible codes, you take cover? Or do you find it after the fact? And people can say, well, of course you find things after the fact. That's not hard to do. So I'm skeptical. I don't put a lot of stock in them. I'm not saying that it's impossible. It just seems very unlikely, and I really think it would do a lot better if we just spent time looking at the text itself. So, great question.